Hello, beautiful souls, sacred heart initiates, and beloved ones, beloved hearts. Welcome to another weekly live Facebook Love Wisdom in my Facebook group. And if you're watching on YouTube channel, welcome. I'm Monica Bermudez. I'm an intuitive energy quantum healer, and I'm a light language channeler as well. And in this Love Wisdom video, I was receiving a lot of download information on alchemizing the victim energy to the creator energy. So there's been so much energy, right? We're still in the beginning of April, and I will share, what happened to me and experience this week and feeling the energy of this month of April and what it's bringing, that everything is just so accelerated that we are stepping more into this creator manifestation energy. And really that's what I want to talk about is, getting this whole mindset mentality of this victim energy of things that may have happened in the past, from either a relationship or a situation in your life. And we're going to explore, what those victim energy wounded areas are, and talk about ways that we can tap into our own creative energy of manifestation and ride these waves of great opportunity energy for the month of April, because really that's what the month of April is providing, is a huge opportunity. And this weekend, actually, so these messages that I'm speaking right now is purely coming from my own heart. It's coming with so much love and so much love wisdom from the heart itself. And so it's just all coming in the moment. Just I haven't written anything down. It's all been just coming from whatever comes intuitively right now to be shared with you at this time. So this weekend, there's going to be a new moon energy, which we already are entering into that. But it's a very special weekend, not just because it's a new moon, but April 11th on Sunday, there's going to be a huge portal that's opening as well, that's going to amplify the energy of the new moon energy. And when I say amplify, I mean increase that opportunity and that energy to set these new intentions during the new moon for what it is that you wish to set as your goal. What do you want to heal in your life? What do you want to achieve? And what do you want to serve as a purpose in your relationships, or even like as a soul purpose, lifetime work that you come to do here on this earth. And so when it's a new moon, right, it's about setting new intentions, setting new seeds, setting new goals and objectives, and just redefining yourself, what it is that you want to create and manifest in your life. That could be financial needs and support and energy. And so a lot of the planets in the universe, including the moon and, the sun and all the other planets around, when they come together in a certain arrangement, they're offering their energy support to us in a certain way. And that's the way it's been starting in 2020, when almost all the planets were in retrograde in 2020. That meant that when a planet, usually goes in retrograde, there's a lot of stuff that's happening within internally. And so there's no coincidence that we ended up going into this quarantine as well due to the pandemic, because that's really about almost like forcing us to really go within and review a lot of aspects in our life. So what makes this month of April so special out of all the months from the previous years is that this month all the planets are in this forward energy, direct energy. So that means they're not in retrograde. And in other words, that means it's about taking action and the things that we have set out as intentions in prior, before. And so we are now going with this forward energy, movement, direction, and we're taking the initiative, and we're being asked to step up as some form of leader. You know, it doesn't have to necessarily be someone on a stage or someone, you know, in the forefront, but be a leader for your own self, a leader for helping yourself go into much deeper inner work to really work on these wounded patterns or anything that is coming up. So because the energy that is coming in is also increasing with so much intensity, and it's just accelerating. So it just feels like time is actually moving much faster, because all the timelines are really just more fluid right now, and they're all coming together. So a lot of people are feeling, they're remembering things from like past lives, also remembering things from this lifetime, from their childhood, and just random thing that will pop into our minds, into our head, and even in dreams, because that is all the stuff that's just buried in our cells, in our memory, in our subconscious. And so because all the timelines are being all over the place and fluid, all of this is coming up, and it's coming up for a reason. It's coming up for it to be healed, to be released, an opportunity for a much deeper healing inside for all of us. It's exciting, right? It can be. But at the same time, when you're going through this weird, you know, funk of energy that just may have hit you like a bus or a truck or something, then it doesn't feel so pleasant, right? But once you get past it, really, then, you know, you start to really see the sun on the other side. Once you get out of this, you know, run of this shadow aspect. And, you know, we all have the energy of the shadow and the light in us, because it's all just part of the energies that we all have inside of us as humans, being in this world of polarity. And so that is what helps us actually grow, is to learn how to be walking in the middle path of all this and being into this full balance. And that's really where the heart comes in as a foundation, as a solid foundation to really keep us balanced with these energies fluctuating all over the place. So we're able to have more of a resilient heart. When it's coming from a healed, awakened heart, there's more resilience in there to help you stay afloat with everything that is going on. So let's talk a little bit about some of the victim energy, the wounds. And so let's talk about some of these. For example, are things like feeling the rejection or feeling abandonment, feeling hurt by somebody's actions, you know, towards you, or some situation that may have happened that may have been traumatic. And so you feel victimized, right? And whatever that situation is. And so it feels very crippling at times. It feels like you don't want to move forward because it just hurts so much. It's sad. And you know, and it feels like it's this weight on your shoulders, or this weight of, you know, the world on you at times. And it's just, it hurts, you know, more specifically where it's felt the most is the heart. And so in a way that's a block in us, and it keeps us from being in our full potential of who we're meant to be here as these superhumans, because we're fully capable of being much more. And we have these abilities within our own cells and our DNA that are ready to be unlocked more fully. And so we, you know, have all this capability in us. So sometimes, you know, it's normal, right, to feel what comes up because we're still human. But the important thing is to remember not to get so attached to feeling that shadow that comes up, and not dwelling too much into the victim energy, because that also doesn't serve us, and it just lowers our frequency energy. So the key is to want to alchemize. So when I say alchemize, alchemy is the terminology that's used for transformation and for change. So changing your mindset, changing the way you're feeling from this victim energy into this higher vibrational energy, so that you can step more fully into your own creator's energy of manifestation. And the way that will help you get there instantly is through gratitude, and by using the energy of joy. So with gratitude, it's about just really looking at the things that you're grateful about. And it could be something so simple, right, as saying, I'm so grateful for this oxygen that I'm breathing. I'm grateful that I am here on, this earthly plane, and learning from the experience and learning from what I need to learn from. So with that, and being aware, being consciously aware, and awareness is the first step also of what is happening to you. And so the minute that you become so aware, it's the moment that it takes also this initiative energy, which, going back to the initiative energy we were talking about for this month of April, because, we're in the zodiac sign of Aries also for most of it. And Aries is all about initiation. It's about moving forward and taking action and not giving up. That's really what the energy is telling us, right? It's a bit of this warrior energy also. I'm looking at the positive aspects of it at this point that we can grab from. And so when we get into this, when we set the intention ourselves with our own free will and our own choice, and we take the initiative, we are becoming an alchemist in the form that we're alchemizing any victim wounds and pains and emotional past traumas that come up, to be transmuted into this creative and creator energy, so that you're able to step more fully into your manifestation power. And we all have this amazing ability to manifest, and we are manifesting in such an accelerated way. Now you can also manifest more of these negative situations if you're not very careful. So that's why it is most important to really try to look at whatever is coming up for you, any patterns, and really work on alchemizing them through gratitude and joy, and stepping in with a higher vibration. And with that higher vibration, you want to manifest greater things in your life, like wealth, abundance, your soulmate, your divine partner in your life that you want to have with you, who resonates with you in a healthy relationship. And so definitely, you want to just really take the time to ask yourself the most important questions. And one way to do that I offer as a recommendation, is to really start asking yourself the question, what wounds and patterns and victim energy do you want to transmute or alchemize right now? And you could share in the comments if you like, and I would love to hear what they are and provide support as well. Or you can do it in private in your own journaling. And so that is one way, one step to really get there and get started. So my intention, right, of sharing all these messages is really to inspire, to motivate, and to help activate you to really step more into your own power and being in this creative energy and taking advantage of this ascension energy that we're finding ourselves into. And this is all purely coming from this heart source energy within me of so much passion to really support in whatever way, is needed at this time for all of you, for all of us. Because the minute that we heal ourselves, it is helping others in such a collective, a quantum level way. And right now we are being offered that opportunity to really break free from any type of these patterns, from limiting beliefs that are holding us back from stepping more fully into our own potential, our highest potential, right? And sometimes we have such buried subconscious level that are starting to come up, and you start noticing that they're coming from left or right field or somewhere, and you just don't know where it's coming from. And that's because that's been triggered by the energy codes and the light codes that are being filled in your cells, and pulling out even the ones that have been buried and hidden for probably eons or a long time ago, from the many human lifetimes that have been lived here on this earth that most of us don't remember, right? Because of the whole veil of the three-dimensional matrix energy of this enclosure. So now we got to think outside the matrix or the box. I like to think of it, I get this image of a box, that we're inside this box where we're in this own societal structure that we have built from who knows when certain beliefs and cultures were started. At some point had its origins, right? And that's how we grew up, with those experiences and those upbringings, right? And so that's how I see it. It's like us being in this box, but then now what the energy is offering is to pull us out of this box or this matrix energy, and looking outside the box, looking outside the matrix, and seeing that there's this whole other world of these higher vibrational, and stepping more into the actuality of things, of being into these higher dimensions, stepping more into the joy vibration, which is the higher love. And so I just love, sharing messages like this. It just gives me such joy to share them with you, and such gratitude and honor to be here, sharing these messages with you. And I would love to hear from you and check on you and see how you're doing, if you're feeling the energies. And just to share, this past Wednesday, I felt this huge wave of energy come in, and it just felt like I really needed to get into this really deep meditation, which I did. And in that meditation, I intuitively saw that the earth, which was getting some, blasts of different energies coming in, and I could see how the grid lines were lit up and receiving new energy codes into the earth, and they were coming in so intensely. And the grid system is actually also very similar to the grid system we also have in our human body. We all have, chakras in our human body, and so does the earth. The earth has its own chakra vortex energy points where the ley lines, these major ley lines, cross the line, as well as, the grid system as well. And those, I see as being like veins of the earth, of these energy veins. And so I was seeing how this energy was coming into the earth and receiving these waves of energy, and people were receiving it in different ways. Some people just didn't know what was happening, so there was a bit of confusion and chaos energy. For some people, that's the way it may feel. They're not yet aware of what's happening. But what's really happening is that we're really being pushed to really wake up even more and go into this deeper awakening. And there's a massive awakening happening right now on this earth at a very accelerated level. So it's very important that we all just jump into this energy with such a conscious awareness of, us really taking the initiative. There's that word again, taking initiative to really be the leader in ourselves, to want to make those changes in our life for the good that will resonate for our entire life, and just step in more into this harmonious waves of, the way we want to live our life and be renewed by it. So I hope that this message has helped you. And if you want to dig deeper and you want to learn more, just direct message me, and I would love to talk to you in private if that's what you would prefer, and if it resonates for you, and if it's something that you really need support with, I would love to talk to you. So join me for another Love Wisdom message in the weeks that follow. I'm live on Facebook, and I also post on YouTube for those who are not on the Facebook group. And I welcome, any invites to the Facebook group as well who need some of the support and energy assistance in any way. Please feel free to invite them to the Facebook group. I'm also on Instagram, and I'm also on this app called the Clubhouse. If you want to, join over, just let me know. And I will be talking to you very soon. So sending you so much love. Take care for now and enjoy your weekend. Don't forget to set your intentions for this new moon energy. And I would love to hear what intentions you have for this new moon. And, collectively, what we set as an intention, it impacts each and every one of us as well. So let's bring in all the magic and the manifestation power that we all hold inside of us. So much love to you. Bye for now.